Hi, Brandon. I'm going to do your reading now. I'm excited to explore this with you. So you really don't have any questions for me, but you did indicate you're looking for my path and discovering how to access inner power and ascension. And you share a gift of love with me. That's so sweet. So I'm going to relax, and then we'll see what comes from spirit, okay? So, I'm just supposed to describe what I see. So basically I see an odd spiral of energy, and it's not coming downward, I'm actually going to it. So it's sort of like horizontal. So I'm going towards it. I'm literally like a spaceship. It's kind of creepy because I'm like in space and I'm going towards the ultimate spiral, and it's like a really slow motion. There's something really profound about this experience. It's almost Star Wars-y, and like I'm in the big ship and it's just going slowly through, and I'm almost to the spiral. They're really wanting to indicate this experience in space on a spaceship going slowly. It's like drifting. There's no motivation for it to go anywhere. It's just drifting in space right now. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot about slow motion and patience even. We're almost to the spiral. The spiral, once we reach it, it actually touches the ship we're in, and it brings us inside of it. They're saying allow Brandon to be brought inside of the spiral. You've been on a slow journey to reach this point, and now you're actually entering into the spiral of higher awareness even. This ascension you're talking about. So I'm allowing ourselves to see that you are this ship. You are entering into the spiral. It's amazing the way that it feels. You seem to know that your body has needed some sort of energy work. So this is part of the wisdom, is also to inspire some energy work too. You are entering into this, and it is feeling really great for you to experience this. In fact, now the spiral is no longer horizontal, it's turning vertical, and it's actually sort of sucking you inside of it and helping you to experience going upward. It's the joy. This is full of joy right now. I'm thrilled. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a kid in like a grape. I don't know, like I'm smashing grapes. I don't know what it is, but I'm just freaking out with happiness right now. I'm like throwing grapes around and squishing them and just joyfully like a child. None of it makes any sense, but it feels so good. We're just going up and away with you in this spiral of enlightenment. It feels really awesome. I just want to keep going upward. We're really sending you upward. We really want to reach you into a gateway of self-awareness, some wisdom about your soul even. You actually want to know about your soul, more about your soul. Like the soul journey, yes, in this lifetime, but you really want to know some things about your soul. So we're entering this spiral is sort of attached to a bunch of clouds, sort of like a heavenly space. So we're just getting sucked up in there, and then we're just going to go plop like out of the Mario pipeline, and now we're in the new space. So we're in the clouds here. They're wanting me to enter. There's something about a soul house or the home of your soul, to find higher awareness. There's a man here, but I can't quite make out his appearance. He's actually, this is very odd way of communicating, but he's sort of a moving statue. So what is a man? Just a statuesque sort of man. He kind of looks like Jesus. He's got that beard and sort of longer hair, but there's no color to his form. So he's just sort of looking at me, and then the next time I look at him, he's like pointing in a direction, you know, and then I look back at him and he's kind of moving in this way, like the statue shouldn't be moving, but it is. But there's something about this. He's talking about which direction do we go. I say I go in the direction of higher wisdom for Brandon. That's the direction he chooses. The direction of love, which is his gift for this journey. You're showing me that love exists in all directions. Then I say I'm standing right here to experience the wisdom. Instead of going in a direction, I choose to stand here and acknowledge that love is already here. That the wisdom is already here. And right where I'm standing. There's nowhere I need to go to get the wisdom, is what they're saying. All you need to do is look inside yourself. So let's look inside you to see what the wisdom is. I'm waiting for a minute. I'm allowing, there's a transition of awareness that is entering into this. It hasn't quite manifested yet. So I'm just allowing myself to. And the energy is definitely changing right now. What is even, I'm sort of at a desk space, and it's like turning on a light and the spotlight comes on in a dark space. Something's really relaxing about this whole thing. I keep seeing what is a weird yellow chicken. Sometimes you gotta go through these little skipping stones to get where you're trying to go. So I'm just allowing them to take me to the next portal of wisdom, which I'm now entering into. It's strange. It's odd. This is the experience of it. This is sort of like your experience. You're sort of trying to find what you're looking for. And so in order to do that, you have to go through a bunch of random, you have to just keep looking. And sometimes, I mean, these sort of images are just reflections of what you're going to get on your journey for spiritual awareness. Sometimes you're going to get a big yellow chicken, or sometimes you turn on the spotlight and you see something light in the darkness, so you find enlightenment, right? So on the journey, you're going to find, sometimes you're going to find things that are enlightening, and sometimes it seems like you're on the wrong path. And now we are still trying to acquire this wisdom here. And we're still trying to go places to get to it. It's quite strange. Because I don't need to go anywhere to get to the wisdom. Why won't the wisdom just manifest for me? That's how it feels. This is how it feels that this is how it is for you. Because that's how this is coming to me. I'm struggling to find the wisdom, you know what I mean? So you have to allow yourself to create a balance and know the wisdom is already there within you. And I'm asking my spirit guides, and I'm talking to your spirit guides, and I'm saying, what wisdom can we share with Brandon so we can really share something valuable, something he can take home with him from this gift. So there's some sort of energy that is, they're showing me, I wear these crystal necklaces. On occasion I do. I haven't worn them for a while, but they're showing that I'm wearing what is a crystal, a clear one. And I'm sort of touching it and looking at it right now. And now I'm sharing this crystal, I'm putting it around your neck. And they're saying the wisdom is within the crystal. There's some sort of entity within this crystal. I'm going inside of it. It's very hard to bring out. It's sort of, the crystal itself is an eye. And you are wearing it now. You're wearing an all-seeing eye. Again, they're doing more philosophical stuff. They're saying, what does the eye see? When you're standing and you're facing in a direction, what do you see? They're talking about seeing something beyond the human senses is what this is. sort of, they want to keep bringing up this wisdom for you. I'm trying to override it so you can see some spirit guides or something like that, but they're insistent that this is the wisdom you need. So I'm helping this. There's a lot of energy going on. I'm telling you, I'm transferring a lot of energy into you while I'm trying to unroot the wisdom. And the wisdom is really talking about your journey to uncover the wisdom and how you uncover the wisdom. But there's also a lot of energy work going on in the background where I'm seriously raising your vibration right now. Because you really need to see beyond, and you're trying to get there, and you're actually there. You're actually sort of at a pinnacle point on your journey, and you really are there, although you don't feel like it yet. And that's part of the journey. You're always going to be on that sort of journey. We're always there and not quite there yet. That's just how it goes. I'm still almost there. I get to points where I'm just really impressed, you know, but I'm still learning. There's still so much in this journey of experiencing spiritual wisdom as a human being, you know. They're taking us to a new scene where you are literally at the top of a mountain. So here's the mountain, right? And then you're like right on top of the triangle. It's like, how'd you get to that perfect little triangle to be at the top of a mountain? It's not real. You're standing up there. They're talking about all-seeing eye again, with you even sitting in a lotus position, with your hands just perfectly, and you're literally levitating above a perfectly like a pyramid style, triangular style mountain, and you're just up there in complete nirvana, sort of Buddha style, ascension, super wisdom. They're showing me that your third eye is also possesses this sort of crystal piece with an eye inside of it. Just imagine a crystal, like a clear quartz crystal, and there's just a little pupil on the inside of it, and that's what you were wearing. And now that's what I'm seeing here in the third eye too, just a little bit of pupil in there. They're saying bring forward the wisdom through the third eye, the portal to the spiritual realm. You see the physical realm with these eyes, right? You see the spiritual realm with the third eye, right? And so they're really talking about this. They're even showing that you can blink this. So visualize this is sort of in a closed state, like, you know, and now open it. Feel it open. It's open. They're saying that it is open. Now choose to see that it is open, right? You blink your eyes, right? It's just open it. That's it. Now they say when you open your eye, what do you see before you? Now they're talking about being at the top of this mountain, right? In this super extraordinary high vibrational state with your third eye open. Now they're saying, now become one with this expression, and what do you see before you is what they're asking. It's literally a philosophical question of wisdom for your own self-awareness and spiritual journey to a higher ascension energy of who and what you are, which is sitting at the top of a mountain. There's something about this is rumbling and creating a disoriented experience. You're even feeling like you just can't hold it. You can't just hold it up there, and it's just sort of rocking and everything's just collapsing. Even the mountain it just feels like you're falling right now, and everything is just getting distorted and shaky like an earthquake just happened, and we're just falling. And they're saying don't let him fall. So I'm going to focus on reorganizing the vibrations so that way we can keep you lifted up there. You need this. You have a tendency to go really high, and then sometimes it seems like your humanness derails you, or something makes you kind of fall off of this sort of high pitch. So we need to keep you steady. That's extremely normal, by the way. I get that. I go through those experiences too. It's part of rebirth. I mean, it really is, where you go very high and then the body just sort of eventually gets a little freaked out about it and starts doing things to make you feel like your boat is really rocking. And so you sort of transition, you learn through this sort of chaos experience in order to rebirth yourself and then go back really high again. And even higher than you were before, because you have greater awareness now. So it's sort of the process of being human, is just you constantly getting derailed and then having to rebuild yourself over and over and over again. That's why it's so hard to be on this planet, because of the experience is very challenging. They're saying you're doing a very good job on your journey, your spiritual journey. You're doing an amazing job. This is what they're saying. You need to stay with it and then know that you're doing a very good job. They're even saying pat him on the back. So I'm going to go in here and help to give you confidence and reassurance that the mountain is still here and you're still above it, and nothing is broken, nothing is falling apart. You're still the all-seeing eye. You are the all-seeing eye. They say the infinite is within you. This is the wisdom that they're sharing. This is the medicine, this is the spiritual medicine, this is the wisdom your soul needs. This is what they're saying. So I'm just allowing everything to be rebuilt, and there's something about this is the energy is really impressive right now. This is sort of a psychic reading slash there's some energy work, definite intense energy work going on in this reading as well. I mean, you've got to be feeling this experience. You really have impressive sensitivities. I'm almost certain that you can tell I'm doing your reading right now. In fact, I'm just gonna tap into you and just see what happens. I'm actually looking into your third eye right now, and I'm telling you that I am doing your reading right now. I just want to see what happens. I'm inspired to do some energy work on you. So I just see you. You're not really paying attention to me right now. I know you have the sensitivity to sense stuff like this. I'm picking up on that wisdom about you. You're sort of in a bluish colored orb with some green in it, and there's some white there too. It's really pretty, by the way. It's very pretty looking. I'm actually touching your orb. I'm not going to go into it or anything. I'm just touching your orb with my hands, and then I'm sharing loving energy. I'm making an impression on you with energy in order to really help you to raise the vibration, become aligned with even a higher awareness about yourself. You deserve this. Sometimes it looks like sometimes you have thoughts that can get you off of this pathway. They're like the yellow chicken thoughts or something. So the thoughts do have a way of altering your focus from the spiritual path. But guess what? We're human beings. We need to be human beings too sometimes. That's how we understand or create our balance. We've always known being human, you know. We're trying to go beyond being human, and so you experience a spiritual, psychic sort of thing, as then you go back to being human again. You know what I mean? So, so I'm just checking on these sort of thoughts are just streaming out of your head right now, and I'm just inspired to pull them out and then let them go into the light, because they're not. Ask me if I know what you're thinking about. Honestly, all I see are marching soldiers, but they kind of look like toy soldiers, and they're all black. They're just marching. It sort of makes me think of the routine or keeping in line, staying in order, follow the leader. I just sort of the normal behavior of being human. We all try to follow try to fit in and try to do as we're society asks of us. So it's sort of thinking about the day-to-day routine of life, and it feels like you want to experience something more than this. They're saying help him to experience something more than this. So I'm helping you to disconnect with your relationship to what is the normal routine that you feel you have to be aligned with, in order for you to see that you can do other things. They're asking me if I know what those other things are. Saying, well, he clearly has sensitivities. He clearly can sense things. That's the first step to the psychic world, You sense stuff. When you sense things, you just go with your gut on it. And then you just always keep going with your gut. And sometimes what you discover is the wisdom. So you go with your gut and the gut says, do this. When you do this, it's like, well, I don't really like the outcome of that. I must have heard wrong or something. No, you did not. You actually heard correctly. That was exactly in accordance to your soul needs and soul pathway. And so you always choose to go with your gut based on the highest sensation of wisdom. So say, I'm not sure which direction I want to go. I'm just going to step out of this from being human and just see what my higher self would say. And then I'm just gonna see what my higher self would say related to this. And then take a pen and paper, write down what your higher self would say about it, and then just do that. See what it is, see how you relate to it. That's literally how you do the stepping stones to get to a place where you are continuing to go upwards, right? Beyond just a human experience to a psychic and spiritual healing and all that stuff. You clearly have a strange resonance with crystals. Otherwise, I would never have seen. That's kind of unique for me to see a crystal, for me to see myself wearing a crystal and then actually put it on your body. That's pretty unique that I would do that. The all-seeing eye is within the crystal, but the all-seeing eye then too is within your third eye as well, as they're showing me. So there's something about crystals in you as well, but sensitivity to energy is clear. Sometimes it feels like I'm literally seeing what is, I don't know how to describe this. You're basically sitting on a chair, you're not really paying attention to me, you're in this really pretty orb. But sometimes, you have these sort of people marching out of your brain, basically. And I'm trying to pull them out, but they're just a part of your thought process. You actually have to choose to stop that. I can pull and pull and pull it out, but if you continue to let the reel turn, I'm just going to keep pulling, you know what I mean? You have to choose to stop that. I can influence you to think of other things. But right now, I'm seeing what is like mountaintops kind of coming through your body in different places. Sort of like your body disappears into sort of mountaintop pieces, and then they're just going up and down, and it's like, I don't know what that means exactly, but that's something here about balance, and we need to help you see that there are no mountaintops going through your body. This really has a relationship with your goals and your spiritual journey. This is entirely what I'm in connection with. You as a human being, you choosing to go beyond. What do we see in relation to Brandon and his dreams to go beyond? This is what we see. We see you as this potential in experiencing this profound sort of enlightenment at the top of a mountain, all-seeing eye enlightenment, right? We also see that you have a tendency to get derailed at times, and now the mountain crumbles and you crumble with it. So we need to help you create the balance. You need to stay at a high vibration. But it seems that life is continuing to create this sort of feeling of a routine, and I think that gets jammed in the way of the sort of perfect balance. And so taking steps using your own spiritual knack, which is clearly sensitive to energy, and now go the next step, take the next step. Start using what you know you have already and using that to really influence the awareness, to keep moving you up to the top of the mountain, right? How do you move up to the top of the mountain? And you can keep digesting other people's wisdom on YouTube. Or you can actually just sit down and say, okay, this is one thing I just want to know about this. So you write that thing down. And then what would my higher self say? I'm just going to pretend I'm my higher self. And I'm just going to write an answer to that. And then go with it. You have to go with what comes. Our natural inclination is to say, that's probably not it. Or how am I ever going to accomplish that? Or, you know what I mean? It's like, that's it. Well, if you want to go on the pathway of ascension, you're going to be writing some things down that aren't always going to be aligned with the human world. That's part of it. Unfortunately, that's the hardest part about a spiritual pathway, is it doesn't exactly fit in here. It doesn't. That's why people struggle with it so much, because we're trained to be in the physical mind all the time. So to go beyond the physical mind is challenging, but you have to just choose to try. Okay. I'm just lifting you up off of this chair. I'm tired of seeing these mountain pieces, but that's still not helping. All right. I'm just going to touch your head, and I'm going to help break this cycle. I'm actually not allowed to. They're not going to let me do that. I'm going to create. I have to be careful not to do things when they say no. And I can't do that. There's something about you and your choices, and I cannot influence your choices. You have to influence them. So I'm backing off from inspiring change. You have to inspire it. So I'm asking them, what other wisdom can we share to help Brandon? To help him to breathe the fresh air from the mountaintop. So I am. And it's creating a great deal of peace and harmony for me as well. I mean, that no right there was such a no. It was like, blast me away. I was like, okay, I won't. I promise I won't. I won't do it. So when they say no like that, I really have to not do that. So I'm just allowing you to breathe this in, and I'm literally filling with a lot of energy in my own head. This is clearly a sign that you need to get more fresh air in nature, because you need more of this fresh air. It's like, wow, so invigorating. You really need this. I always do this when I'm breathing in the spirit realm. I don't know why, I just do. I'm breathing in the spirit realm. So yeah, I'm helping you breathe in the spirit realm. It's sort of gorgeous. This crisp air that's so clean up there. It's so lovely. You deserve it. They're asking you now, where are you in the spiral of wisdom? Where are you? Are you at the beginning? Are you at this space where you are, at your soul home, with the statue pointing in all directions? Are you up at the top of the mountain as the all-seeing eye? Or are you sitting in a chair thinking away, and trying to become more, but still feeling sort of repressed by the life of the normal everyday life of a human who wants to experience more? Sort of kind of gets to you, because you really want to go beyond, And so they're asking you that I'm not to give you the answer. That is the wisdom you are supposed to contemplate. So they're showing me that all of this wisdom now is being put into 4 orbs. So we have the orb of going into the spiral, right? And the orb of this space with this man when pointing in all directions. The orb of this mountaintop and the orb of you. And now I have these 4 orbs. So I'm asking them, what is it that we will do with these? They're putting them somewhere here. They're attaching them to lines, they're attaching them to strings, basically, and then hanging them, and now they're going back and forth. They're, ticking away the sort of ball clicks, and about time and patience. and actually take time, take the sort of, this is the best way I can describe it. Enjoy that it takes time. Enjoy that part of the journey, that it takes time to unravel these mysteries. Enjoy it. Don't feel repressed by the sort of, you want to get somewhere already. It's okay. It's actually a really beautiful symbol of time. Sometimes I see that they show me this reflection of time, and it's just like that agonizing, like, oh, this time is taking, it creates an agonizing sensation. But this one is like, I don't know why, but as these balls just click, it's putting me into an odd meditative state, and I could almost hear that clicking sound forever. And just enjoy the experience of patience and meditation and peacefulness and fresh air, and just the exploration of the journey that takes time, Just enjoy life as it unfolds. That's what they're talking about. So they're actually doing one more thing. What is birds? Just put pen in my hand and a pad of paper. And they really want you to try this. Try to write, what would your higher self say to this question? Write down your questions and then say to yourself, what would my higher self say about this? And it's not just about saying what your higher self would say. It's actually also about what does it feel like when you write this stuff? Does it feel positive? Does it feel scary? Does it feel influential? Does it create passion in you? So allow that too to be some of the wisdom, and take notice of the feelings that you get as well, because you're a sensitive person. You actually can sense things. So as a sensitive person, it isn't just about the words that come on the paper. It's also about the way things feel too, because you pick up on things through the way they feel. That's what this keeps coming up to me. All right, so Brandon, this is your reading. Thank you so much for this amazing experience, for connecting with me, and then for sharing your reading openly on YouTube. It always means the world to me, because not only am I able to share this wisdom with you, now other people can learn from your own spiritual wisdom. Now we all get to grow together, which is what I love. So that is all for today. And for those of you who are watching the video, if you would like to experience your own spiritual wisdom or spiritual healing, please visit my website, abbynormalswisdomquest.com. And thank you for watching.